You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I mean? Yeah. The marathon continues. Word to Nipsey. Survivor in the ring of fire. Jack Dempsey. Seed growing out of dirt, literally filthy. Until it's rinsed, until he rinse me. Bless me to see a deluge from the dry season. Still standing after they slander my character for no reason.
And yesterday, Indie Major tour. I even see that you rocking the merch at the moment. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
I see that.
Yes, sir. I got something for y'all too as well.
Ah.
You know, I'm up here empty-handed. I can't do it.
So talk us through that. Like, what happened? Like, how was it first and foremost? Said I couldn't make it.
Bro, when I say, oh man, when I say it was amazing, when I say it was remarkable, when I say it was big, it'll be an understatement. The people was in it. Like it was an energy from the audience as if they was part of us. The artists performed in a way as if it was a trillion people in the audience, man. I'm talking about at a level of excellence as if we were on the biggest stages in the world. DJ Shuns went to an amazing world. Like she's spinning like a crazy person. You know what I'm saying? Just the in-betweens is crazy. We got a chance to like fuse some things because you know the way the lineup was set, it was UK artists at first. My man D6 went first, and he went nuts. I'm talking about this is his first show, but if you saw it, you'd be like, this guy's been doing it for the last 15 years. So easy, so cool, so relaxed at how he was able to bring the audience to who he was. Followed by that, the next person was Aaron Parich, and Aaron went crazy. You know, he even did an exclusive track that wasn't ever released before. And then it just kept going. And then, oh my God, say CJ went somewhere else. And it was like, I knew him because we talk all the time. But like he gave me this vibe of like if Chris Brown could really rap. If Chris Brown really You know what I'm saying? Because it was to the point that, I mean, this guy's dancing, he's moving, and this is not what you think gospel hip hop rap sounds like, but that was the goal. That's the whole concept of Indie Major. It's bigger than what they think. It's bigger than the scales and the limits, the genres. It was bigger than that. So then JL goes on, and my God, I knew he was ill. Like you see people, and you like look at videos, right? And you look at beauty Spotify, stuff like that, but like to see him in person, his vibe is crazy. It's crazy. He's so chill, but he's so powerful. And then so that was the UK artist. So they went bananas. The next up is my guy, 6'5". So 6'5" is from around Memphis, Tennessee area, right? So he's very southern. He gives you like a feel of like an 8-ball of MJG was like able to be lyrically a little better. I'm putting it out there. Like, that good. And he went bananas, man. But the thing about it was ministry in the bars every time, yo. So after that, my guy Ben Forgiven, he comes up. He's from Columbus, Georgia.
What's his name? Ben Forgiven?
His name is Ben Forgiven.
I like that name.
And he went up there with bananas, man. I mean, we literally even got the audience to sing happy birthday to his kids, man. It was such a vibe. Like, we was bringing them to us. We making family here.
Yeah.
And last but not least, man, I got the chance to get up there, and oh my God. Y'all, I've been performing a long time. I've been rapping a long time, but this hands down is the best performance I've ever had.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I was able to do something special for my bride, which is here, Tracy Morel. I love her so much.
Come on now.
Yo.
Come on now.
My bride.
Come on now. We love loving the show, man.
We love love. Yeah, we love love. We love love.
Every successful man.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's important.
Yeah. So, it was incredible, man. I released a brand new project today, literally, called The Revelation. And so I was able to do the intro, which is from my Apostle Travis Jennings, behind a crazy beat. So it's crazy, though. It's like you got like an actual apostle, but he's speaking, explaining what revelation means, explaining what Metron means behind this crazy beat. And then it comes, then I come to the stage and I introduce my first track on the album, which is called Marathon, which truly was a testament of the whole project, of the whole experience of the Indie Major. God gave me this thing from nothing, y'all. You know what I mean? I didn't know anybody. All I knew was that God said, yo, go. I have a good following in the States, guys. I have a few radio stations playing me here, not at the level that I know it's going to be now.
Yeah.
But he still said go. He said go, and he made the way, y'all. People speak of faith, people talking about what it means to be having a relationship with God, but to live it is a whole different animal. He literally gave me everything I needed. The venue was incredible. We was in the St. Mary's venue. The lighting was nuts. The sound was nuts. And everybody was in there was being blessed. People literally was coming to God. They never seen God before. People was getting delivered. I'm getting text messages like crazy since last night. My life will never be the same. People was getting imparted in terms of getting revelation of their life. They didn't know it was possible. I mean, it was, oh my God, prophecy, y'all. It was comedy. It was, oh my God, it was singing, it was dancing, it was laughing, it was love. You know what I'm saying? It was the start of something that wasn't a show. It wasn't a concert. It's a movement.
Yeah.
So Indie Major is a movement.
That sounds like it's coming back.
Oh yes, it will. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna do some other shows throughout this year, but definitely no later than next year. I'll be back right here looking at y'all. That's the goal. It's gonna happen.
It's gotta be done, and it's dope, man. Because I think you have to touch on that point of faith. Because
Yes, sir.
if I'm hearing you correctly, God basically said, "Yo, come to the UK."
Yes.
And you basically just jumped head first.
Man, listen. So I believe in the spirit of excellence. So, I definitely spoke with my apostle, make sure that was cool. Make sure, hey, God told me this. Let's make sure we all are hearing the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is so crazy. I never had God tell me nothing like this. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? And he's like, nah, that's God, son. So I was like, okay, for sure. So then what we started doing is I got with everybody I knew in terms of let's get some sponsorships. My brother is incredible with graphics. So I knew I'd be able to have a presentation. That'd be a representation of excellence. Like the flyer is crazy. Any major flyer is like, okay, we got Lecrae, we got Bizzle, we got, you know what I'm saying? We got Still Shady. We got somebody crazy coming, right? That's how it feels. And then we started building the energy in terms of radio interviews. And so that was God. So it was people letting me get in their door and get a chance to speak to them. They didn't know me from a can of paint, but they believed in this. They was able to grab on to this dream, this vision. And so it started happening. I was able to get with Affinity Radio. They helped me do some sponsorship stuff. This gospel buzz music. He has an international following, so he was able to help, in whatever way he could. The guy, I was able to get a concert manager that does very well in the States. This guy named Carlos. He has it's called Urban Soul Cafe. It's just the name of his brand. But he's been doing this for like 15, 20 years. He's brought every major artist you could think of and put these things together, and he did it for me for basically nothing, just off the strength of him attaching to your vision. So I had guidance. And I had to just go off of my faith and just go off of what I wanted to sound like. Shout out to my wife for telling me, Sada, let's stay excited. Let's do this thing a little, let's get this thing clean. But he made a way, brother. But yeah, and then I got into the CHH collective with my man Manny. DJ Shuz was like, yo, I really like what you're doing. What I want you to do, I want to introduce you to this cat named Manny. He's doing something I haven't really seen before. He's bringing like all of these artists from all over the Europe, the UK area and abroad, and big and small, same space, and they billing. So he was like, okay, cool, we got this opportunity. I was able to find additional artists that I wouldn't know anything about. I got with St. CJ through there. I was able to get through, big people like Ty through there, and oh my God, there's a lot more. You know what I'm saying? There's other situations you'll see later built off this opportunity. So, pardon me, I'm a passionate talker, so you know what I'm saying? I can just go, you know what I'm saying?
Can I just say,
it's great.
I want to highlight something, the tone in his voice. This is the difference of when God has moved.
Honestly.
Because if you were doing this off your own strength, there's a heaviness. People only highlight the bad things in this life, right? So if you were doing it off your own strength, you would have come and smoked. So I had to do this, and then I had to go and find all the sponsorships, and that took God knows how long. Then I had to go find the radio. There is a lightness in your voice, a joy in your voice.
It is a joy, yo.
And that's what I'm hearing.
I can hear that.
I'm inspired right now.
It's because even if he was trying to put it on, like if he was trying to put on the everything,
you can hear it.
He would have been like, we did our thing. It went well. Obviously we do, but you can tell that it's the support that you just never knew he was gonna come, but it came, and that's
good. That's good.
We talk about it when the spirit moves, he does his thing,
Yo.
And that's good to hear.
Yo.
That's amazing. So from yesterday, what was like, if you can describe one most memorable moment?
Sure. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I can tell you it was because everybody really, really performed incredible. And I became fans of people that I just thought I liked. I can tell you it's because I was able to see people hit this stage and transform into like superstars, you know. I can tell you it's because, you know, the audience was so involved that it was locked in, like they couldn't leave in front of the stage. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, the biggest thing was the spirit broke out right after I did my part. I was the end. And the spirit broke out, man. Reverend Peterson, my bro, was one of the hosts, as well as Paul and Melissa. And then something broke, man. It wasn't about a show no more. He said, yo, because everybody was loud. He was crying, he was laughing. You know, he was cool. He was getting off the stage. He said, nah, Suave, you and your wife come to the front. And we got to the front, man. And he said, just head to the altar, man. God had something to say. And man, the spirit broke out, y'all. It was thick. It was so thick you could cut it with a knife. I'm talking about all of that party, good time, action turned to total worship. Total worship. People was coming to God, man, right there. People, it was a young lady, the biggest thing I saw. Oh my God. She was a guest of a partner of mine. So, and it was a last minute thing. He was like, yo, I know you allowed me to be a guest. Is it okay if I have a +1? I said, yo, brother, it's all good. So I didn't know that till later. But the young lady was chilling and vibing, and then she was sitting, she just ended up laying like sitting Indian style in the middle of the circle where everybody was. So we was locking hands and it was prayer going, and she just was there. And Rev walked over to her and he was like, yo, could you tell her to come here to me? Matter of fact, she didn't even move. It was something there that broke. And we watched it broke. It was a thing that had her. It was a form of bondage. We don't know what it was. It wasn't our business. God had freed her of that issue right there. We literally watched this woman become a free creature in front of us. We literally watched her see God for herself right there. I had to catch her after everything was done, and we finally got ourselves together. And I got a little quick video interview, and I just asked, I said, sis, just if you could just put in the words, how do you feel about this experience tonight? And she said, I cannot put it into words. Wow. She was literally about to get in tears again, and she was just like, yo, I just thank God. I just didn't know I needed it, and I did. That's the biggest thing. Wow. That's the thing about the indie major movement that's different. It's not just a show. And the sad part about it is, even though it's a CHH in front of this stuff sometimes, people still, it's just a show. It's still a tour. It's still just an exciting thing. It's just an opportunity to show some talents, but you're blessed to be a blessing. Everything about this was ministry. Yeah. And for it to break out, that was the goal, not just to get some CD sales. Yeah. Not so somebody can buy some merch or for somebody to change their lives. And for me to see that particular thing was the highlight of the whole experience. That particular thing, more than anything, is why I know God brought us to the UK.
Wow.
First of all, thank you and amen for that. I want to highlight something you said about the story about this young lady. When you said something broke, it was obvious that something broke, but you said it wasn't your business what the bondage was.
No.
The reason I want to highlight that is, this is that fine line between us facilitating and trying to play God.
Come on, man.
A lot of the times, when you're, and we experience it in church, you're trying to pinpoint exactly what the bondage is. We are human, so we have our limitations. It's our job to facilitate and be that connection. Sometimes be the vessel for something to be broken. You know what I'm saying? That your show last night was that vessel that was going to transform the life. What the transformation had to be, as you said, wasn't your business. Yeah. You just had to be present and let God do His thing.
That's it.
And that's what it's about.
And it's crazy because, and it's funny, I was thinking about this the other day, and we say this a lot, like, the church has gotten to a place where we don't walk in power. But actually, when you talk about things like this is proof that God is moving in ways that we don't even know. Like sometimes we get caught up in our music and we're doing all this sort of stuff, but God is like, the real reason that we do what we do is for things like that to happen and to showcase to the world that okay, cool. Yeah, maybe Christianity has a bad rap at the moment, but God is still God.
God is still moving.
You know what I'm saying?
Always. So, and it's not to cut you off, but it's our importance to redefine. You see what I'm saying? Because what's happening is Christianity's view is based, put it like this, I'll give you a good example, right? your perception of McDonald's, for example, is based off your experience with that particular cashier. Is that time I ordered a Big Mac and it was a big sloppy, right? That's why I would perceive this entire brand, right?
Yeah.
We are the representation of the body of Christ.
Yeah.
We are what Christianity is viewed through for the people.
Yeah.
So if we come through and we backslide, play with it, remix, get scripture, play it in our own way, live in his power, play like faith can't be what it's supposed to be, then the world's perception looks like what you presented as.
That's it.
Wow.
So it takes us to say, we're going to take the foolishness off, we're going to trust God to be God, and we're going to let him break out because we believe the Holy Spirit is bigger than we could ever be.
Yeah.
His ways and our ways are not the same. We trust him. We believe that he's God on his own and let him be what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And that is how we redefine how anybody looks at this. You know what I'm saying? So not to cut you off, but that was an opportunity just to share that. That's what this is about, for real.
And you would have thought that you've been here before.
No, we were literally.
Is what we've been talking about.
Yeah, we were
And
literally talking about the same thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's interesting because in the wake of some of the situations that have happened over the last couple of weeks, in terms of the situation with Garvey, etc. It's like you look at that and it makes you really think, okay, cool, like, what is my witness? Do you know what I'm saying? And okay, cool, someone may fall, but how am I responding to that whole thing?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? We're redefining, but it's a whole process. And I think as we're renewing our mind and as we're changing, God is things are going to happen. And I think it's great that this happened because it shows that even in the midst of all the nonsense that does happen and the mistakes people do make, God is still going to move.
Always.
And it's, man, I wish we had more time. I do.
I got a question. This is gonna be a bit out, but this is artist to artist, right? What is your writing process like? So when it comes down to writing that music, I'm just trying to understand because I'm trying to find different. I'm always looking for more ways, just in case one process doesn't necessarily work at a time.
Alright, cool. So this is how it is for me. I look at hip hop like an artist, literally. Like I look at it as if, okay, I'm looking in terms of a canvas, right? And even though you see a blank canvas, once I put the first picture there a little bit, I see all of it. I see the rest. So all I'm doing is articulating the story. So I don't have to worry about bars necessarily rhyming, because it'll do it. My thing is what I'm conveying is a total picture. So I'm making sure as I write that the picture is being conveyed. So it takes me off. I have to worry about extra thinking. You know, I have to worry about, did I put that bar there? Or was that clever enough? Because it's bigger than that. All I'm doing is at the end of the day, making sure you get the picture. And so you just trust yourself. You've been rapping for a while, I can tell. So if you've been rapping for a minute, you already know what it's like to flow. You see what I'm saying? You already know what it's like to read bars. You already know what it's like to have a free thought and have an expression. So all you do is put that onto the canvas. And the revelation speaks for itself. Like the album basically wrote itself. It was a revelation of God. I saw things. I experienced things. It was a journey. It was like I got a chance for people to get on my back, like a giant or something, right? And you just walking with me, so you see exactly what I see. You hear exactly what I hear. You know what I'm saying? So that's not hard to articulate. Yo, ba 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 ba. Okay, still standing. Yeah, because I fell. Yeah. It's a journey. Because it wasn't easy every day, but God kept me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a marathon because it's not a sprint, because I failed. I hurt myself. I twisted my ankle, but if I can just get there, I don't have to worry about how fast I get there. You know what I'm saying?
It's lovely. It's sad. It's so sad because all I'm saying is
next time.
I know you said.